it hundreds, maybe thousands of times a day without even a second thought.
You tap an icon, you swipe through your photos, you pinch to zoom in on something.
And every single time, this flat, smooth piece of glass just understands your every command. It almost feels you.
I mean, think about it. There's no click, there's no mechanical part moving under your finger. It's just a seamless connection between you and your device.
It really seems like magic, doesn't it? But it's not. It's actually a brilliant application of some pretty straightforward physics and engineering. So let's break it down.
First up, it really helps to know what you're actually touching. See, a modern touchscreen isn't just one slab of glass. It's more like a very carefully engineered sandwich. So on top, you've got that tough protective glass. On the very bottom, you have the display that actually creates the image, your LCD or OLED screen. But squeeze right there in the middle, that's where all the magic happens. There's an invisible layer that does all the feeling. Now that middle layer, the one doing all the work, uses a technology called capacitive touch. And that's what pretty much every smartphone you'll find today uses. It's named after a basic property of physics called capacitance, which in simple terms is just the ability to store an electrical charge.
So how does that middle layer work? Well, it's not just a blank sheet. It's actually an incredibly fine, totally invisible grid of sensors.
And at the heart of this whole thing is that word again, capacitance. All it means is the ability to hold an electric charge. So you can think of that invisible grid on your screen as being designed to hold a steady, uniform electrical charge across the entire surface.
This creates a stable, invisible electric field. A good way to picture it is like the perfectly still surface of a lake. Any ripple, any little disturbance at all is instantly noticeable. So the question is, how does your finger create that ripple?
And this is the crucial part. The screen sets the stage with its electric field, but the real star of the show, well, it's you.
The thing is, the human body is mostly water, and that makes us pretty good conductors of electricity. Our bodies can hold their own tiny electrical charges.
So when your conductive finger gets near the screen, it messes with that perfectly stable electric field. Because you can also hold a charge, your finger actually pulls a tiny, tiny amount of electricity away from the grid right at the point of contact. This creates a measurable dip, a ripple, in that otherwise perfect field.
And that little dip in the charge, that's the signal. The phone's processor instantly detects that ripple and calculates its precise location on the grid, sending the exact X and Y coordinates to the brains of the phone. And this all happens in a fraction of a second.
This is exactly why you can't just use anything to tap on your phone.
A regular plastic pen, for example, is an insulator. It's non-conductive, so it can't interact with the electric field. No disturbance, no signal, no response. Your finger works because it basically becomes part of the circuit. Understanding this simple principle also explains all those frustrating moments when your screen just suddenly seems to stop working properly.
And this system is incredibly sensitive. The processor isn't just looking for one touch. It can actually track the coordinates of several disturbances at the same time. That's multi-touch. When you pinch to zoom, you're just creating two little ripples in the field that the phone tracks simultaneously.
So why does it sometimes fail? Well, if you're wearing a standard glove, you're putting an insulating layer between you and the screen, which blocks that electrical interaction. If you get water on the screen, those droplets are conductive and create their own little disturbances, which totally confuses the sensors. And if you crack your screen, you might have physically broken the connections in that invisible grid, creating dead spots.
So let's just recap the whole process really quick. 1. Your finger touches the screen. 2. The electric field gets disturbed. 3. The location is instantly calculated. And 4. The software responds. It's a 4-step dance that happens in an instant.
So every single interaction you have with that glass surface, every text you send, every article you scroll through, it all comes down to your body's natural ability to conduct a little bit of electricity, creating a tiny ripple in a field you can't even see.
And there you go. What seems like magic is really just some clever physics. Now you know how your phone detects every single touch. If you found this useful, do me a favor and like it, share it, and subscribe for more simple explanations just like this one.